Hi and welcome to my channel, Look 10 Years Younger. I'm 45 years old and I review various anti-aging skincare products, devices and treatments to let you know what works and what doesn't. So this is a 6-month update on some of the products that I reviewed at the start of the year. So they're all anti-aging facelifting devices and I've had 6 months to use them and to let you know whether they work or not. So starting off with the HIFU machine, which I reviewed at the start of the year. So I found this to be really effective, particularly on my neck. So I had some loose skin on my neck and this really tightened it up. It was also effective on my face, but I just saw more of a difference on my neck. So if you've got sagging skin around here, it's definitely going to be good for you. But saying that, someone with sagging skin who's 30 is different from someone who's 70 and has sagging skin. So obviously it depends, but I found this to be effective. Now, one of the questions that I keep getting asked about this is where do you put the water? So this comes with a syringe and you have to put water into this machine. So there's a sticker on the front just here by the head here. You peel this back and there's a little hole where you put the syringe and you put the water in there. The other question you keep asking me is, how do you know when you need to put more water in it? The instructions are really, really bad. The English is really bad, so it's very difficult. But what I do is that when you hold this against the light and you get a reflection on this white section here, you can see the water level in the center. So if it's really low, you can put water in. If it's up here, you don't need to. So you only need to use this once every 6 months. If you go and have HIFU in a salon, that's what they'll recommend that you have done. It won't be as powerful as a salon machine, and for that reason I've used it twice in a 6-month period. So obviously you leave a couple of months in between each session, but you can just use this once every 6 months and it will still be effective. Because you only need to use it once every half a year, you don't need to worry too much about filling the water up. I mean, I haven't needed to since I got it, so you don't need to worry. One of the negative things I've found is that the power cord isn't long enough. So if you really need to use this in front of a mirror, so if you don't have a plug socket near that mirror, it's going to be a bit tricky. The other thing I found is you need to use loads and loads of the ultrasound gel. So just put, smother loads and loads of it on. And I'm going to link the gel that I use. I bought a really huge bottle of a product called Anagel, just so it'd be more economical and you don't need to keep ordering new stuff. And the other really, really important thing is don't use it on your temples. Don't use it around here because it will kill. It will absolutely be so painful and it will give you a headache for a few days. Don't use it anywhere around here. And you've got these settings on the side, okay? So you can choose different depths for this ultrasound wave to go into your skin. So if you use the the deepest depth, which is 4.5, and then you use it around an area where you can feel bone, like I can feel my cheekbone here, or maybe on your temples or your forehead you can feel bone. If you use that deepest setting on an area where there isn't 4.5 millimeters of tissue, it's going to kill. It's really going to be painful. So as you're using this, you want to change the settings accordingly. So on the subject of these settings here, you've got 4.5 millimeters, 3 millimeters and 1.5 millimeters. So like I said, any area where there's bone, you want to really put it on 1.5, otherwise it'll be painful. But I mostly use this on 4.5. I use it on the deepest setting. That 4.5 is aiming to tighten your SMAS layer, and that's what a surgeon would kind of lift and tighten if you had a facelift. So that's really what I'm aiming for on this. The reason why I don't use the more superficial settings is that I use radiofrequency for skin tightening. So I've got another device that I use for those superficial layers to tighten that. So if you've only got this machine, then every time you use it, you could, for example, put it on 4.5 and then you kind of go over using it. Then you change it to 1.5, then you go over that same area again. So I don't do that because I've got a separate machine for those superficial layers. Another question that a lot of you have asked is, you're looking for this on Amazon and you want to know what brand it is. This seems to be a generic device that is produced or branded by different companies. So it seems to be the same device with different names. So I'm going to link this precise one below, but it could be that this is in your country with a different name. And the last thing I would say about this is that whenever you're using a controlled skin damage device, whether it's laser or radiofrequency or HIFU, you always need to use a really high sun protection after, because this is damaging your skin, and you know your skin is vulnerable to sun damage. So as a conclusion, should you buy this device? I would say yes, if you want to tighten your skin, specifically the SMAS layer, those deeper layers. I think this would be really effective. It's not perfect, the instructions are bad, but to be completely honest, there are no other HIFU machines on the market around this price, so there isn't that much choice. So I would definitely recommend this, and yeah, let me know how you get on. If you've got this machine, please comment below. So the next machine I want to follow up on is the Nuface, and I got the Nuface with the eye attachment. So the first thing I want to say about the Nuface is that when you're using this around your eyes, they tell you to go in this direction, like that, from the outside to the inside. Yeah, and you do this twice for each movement. So that's great and it's effective, and what I've noticed most change is around my eyes. It's really eradicated sagging and lines under here. So this has been like miraculous for my eye area. However, when you're going in that direction, that's really, if you suffer from puffy eyes, you may know you've got your lymph system, and when you get lymph fluid that is not draining away around your eyes, you get puffy eyes. So when you do lymphatic massage, you're going outwards, but this is telling you to go inwards. So personally, what I do after I use this, I give myself a quick massage outwards like this, really gently. You're hardly touching your skin, you're just moving that lymph fluid that way and then downwards. Yeah, you can find a video on lymphatic massage, but that's my tip when using this around your eyes. This is really, really easy to use. You can't go wrong, you can't burn yourself or do any damage. So you can sit there watching TV and you can quite easily do a session and watch your favorite TV program. So it's really easy to change the head. You just press this button. So one of the moves which I've added, I've slightly modified the instructions that they give you, is that I start here on my jaw and I go along here and upwards, and I do that 3 times. So you start here, you go along and you go up, and I find this has been amazing for my jawline. It really kind of keeps that nice and sharp. So the Nuface comes with a Nuface microcurrent gel that you use with it. During the first 30 days, they advise you to use the Nuface 5 days a week, and after a month you drop down to twice a week. So during that first month where I was using it almost every day, this Nuface gel, I couldn't really tolerate this on my skin using it every day. It really made my skin burn, especially my neck, because it contains salt. So for the first month, I researched some different brands of microcurrent gel. So this one is made by KSO, and there's another one called Pain Doctor, and they were much better. They didn't irritate my skin so much. However, after that first month, when I dropped down to twice a week, then I was easily able to go back to this Nuface gel, and it didn't really irritate my skin so much, providing that I start by applying it on my face. I do the face and then I do my neck last, because for some reason this irritates my neck the most. So you can see how you get on with this gel that comes with it, but you may have to change it for another brand. In the instructions, they advise you to wash your face before you use the Nuface every time. Now if you're going to wash your face, then you apply this really irritating gel. That's not a good thing to do for me. So if I've got sunscreen on my face, yes, I'll wash that off before I use the Nuface. But if I don't have anything too heavy, then I'll just apply the gel and do the treatment without washing my face, and I still find that it's effective. So when I was using this almost every day for the first month, I did find that it gave me a headache, especially around my temples. So you don't actually use it on your temples, but even just going around here and on your forehead, it gave me a headache. So again, when I dropped down to using it twice a week, then I found those headaches kind of disappeared. So if you're getting some kind of headaches or anything like that, then stick with it. The other thing is that a lot of you do say that this is not working. You say, I've got a Nuface device and I haven't seen any difference, it's not working. You have to do the first month 5 days a week. You have to do that first month, okay, to get the lift, to get those results. So stick with it before you give up. And also don't be expecting too much. This isn't going to give you a dramatic facelift. What this does is going to tone the muscles underneath, and it's going to give your skin a glow, but it's not going to give you like a massive face look and make you look 20 years younger. So set your expectations as well. The good thing about this is that I've only charged this once in the last 2 months, so you don't need to worry about charging the device. So far, I've only ever used this on the highest setting. I don't bother turning it down anymore. When I was beginning, yeah, I did, especially around my eyes, but now I just keep it on the highest section to do all my face and my neck. One of the questions that you have asked me is that there's also a black version of this. There's a pro version that's available, and it's 400 microamps. Why this is, I think this is 350 microamps. And you're asking me, should you upgrade to the pro version? The thing about microcurrent, it's not about having a more powerful machine, because the microcurrent has to be low in order to work. So don't worry about a more powerful machine, because that's not the theory behind microcurrent. So just stick with this one and it will give you great results. So as a conclusion, does it work? Yes, this will give you a subtle lifting of your facial muscles. It will give your skin a glow, but it won't give you a dramatic facelift. So your friends will say, oh, you look well, you look healthy, you look rested. And like I said, I've noticed a difference under my eyes and on my jaw. But it's not going to be a massive change. So yes, I'd recommend this, and it's so easy to use and you can't get it wrong. So I'd definitely say give this a try. The third device is the Tripollar stop radio frequency device. Now, when I started using this, I wasn't that impressed, but since I have been told that I should have been using the official gel that comes in the package. So the reason is because this doesn't contain water. So the ultrasound gel that I was using is, based on water, but this doesn't have any water in it at all. And I'm going to show you, it's so sticky. It's literally like glue. So when you put this on your face, I have to say it's really unpleasant and it's sticky. It's a bit strong, the smell. It's not pleasant to use, but this enables the machine to achieve the 40-degree temperature faster, and it enables the machine to be more efficient. So even though it's not particularly pleasant to use the gel with it and you'll get better results. After you've finished, you need to make sure you wash this off your face, because there have been a couple of times where I've left a little bit around my eye or my neck, and then later on you'll touch your eye and it will be sticky. It's really unpleasant stuff to use, but it's effective. So this has 3 intensity levels, and I always use the highest one apart from when I'm going on this area under my eyes. So I don't really bother, switching up and down. I just keep it on the high level. Compared to the previous radio frequency device I used to use, this is much better. I know I keep getting that question again and again. This is much better. I think the technology is better. It heats your skin faster, so it's more efficient. You can get your face and neck done in less time, and it's smaller. It's much easier to use and it's more portable. So I definitely prefer this to the old machine that I used to use. So this is effective all over my face and neck. So wherever you use it, it will give a tightening effect. So you get an instant tightening effect, literally the day that you use it, that will last for about a day, and then that will fade away, but then a more permanent effect will start to build over the first couple of months that you're using it, and that doesn't fade away. You're basically producing collagen in your skin. So you've got to keep using it. Like all these devices, if you stop using it, the results will, disappear. But this is really effective if you're looking for a skin tightening device. However, I would just say, as with all controlled skin damage devices, you need to really use your SPF 50 if you're using any of these devices, because your skin is vulnerable to sun damage. So please let me know if you've tried any of these devices and what you thought about them. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.